Welcome back to another video. Kind of wrapping up playing for the day. Just did some fundamentals only. Going to listen in preparation for the audition tonight. I'm going to listen to a bunch of recordings. Didn't do a lot of playing today because one, I went out for a nice drive in the Miata with a friend. That was super fun. And I destroyed my face yesterday at work. I have a new 50% to the top of my dynamic range added in just the last week, just because of the stuff I've been focusing on, the sound I've been going for. I can play super loud, but I don't need to do that all the time. And the problem is there's a lot of settings at work where I'm just like, all right, dial is turned to 10, just play loud. And now I can kind of do that with not a whole lot of effort, body-wise, air-wise. I can just play super loud and not really realize it. And so I got most of the way through the day yesterday, and I was like, man, my face is trashed. It feels awful. And that's why I was just playing way too loud. You know, if my previous dynamics levels had been this line right here, I just went, and I just did this the whole day. And I'm not sure if the people around me probably enjoyed that. I certainly did not enjoy it after an entire day. So, lesson learned. Going to go back to the normal dynamics every once in a while. Add some of that new 50%. But it doesn't have to be all the time. In any case, I had to bring myself back into shape today. And one of the exercises that I found really helped me, and also a student today got a lesson. He got a lesson with me. Not the other way around. Still haven't got a lesson. Is this one. So perhaps you've done this somewhere, maybe in marching band, drum corps, but air and valves, right? You'll kind of pretend to play something, you'll mime it on the instrument using air, using your tongue, using valves, but not actually bringing the chops together to play. And this is a good thing. I was doing it myself on some excerpts the other day, and it really gets the air moving. It gets these slide and tongue coordinated. It's great. And then I would go and try and play, and my response would just be not great. It wouldn't match what I was just doing. And I realized that when you do air and valves, you're training your body to keep the chops open to just let the air pass through. But that's not what you do when you play. What you do when you play is the chops start together and they go, they buzz while the air passes over, right? And so I was like, that's a problem with air and valves. Instead, I'm going to add a P attack to every rearticulation. So instead of it just being just air going past my face, I'm going to put the face in the way for the beginning of each note. So adding tongue, the T attack, D attack, whatever you want to call it, and P, the chops being blown apart just a little bit. You can hear some kind of notes beginning to start. It's a little louder than just air and valves. Don't worry about that, especially if you're practicing by yourself. That's what you want to hear is kind of accidental note startings. Because then, when you go to play, I'll do an example here. Your face is used to starting with the chops together and having them start to vibrate. And that makes it so much easier to add in the actual stuff after you start playing. You can use this for, excerpts and stuff. It feels so much better to do that than to just play it out of thin air or do air and valves, or the chops are just out of the way the whole time, and then you have to go when you play it again. Everything gets tense, you miss a bunch of notes, and you can use it for extreme ranges. I know a lot of people have troubles in the range below the staff, kind of like E, F area. Those are not perfect, of course. A little flat according to my tuner, but I'm starting the note with air, tongue, and chops all at the same time, once without playing, and then one where all I do is just let the buzz continue. And it feels so much more natural that way. You can take this much lower as well. Those are not instant starts. I'm not completely happy with them, but that's a lot better than just trying to play a low B out of thin air that you are not confident in. You can take this lower. So on those, the chops and air were, or not, chops and tongue were about correct, but my air was not. There we go. If I add in the correct speed and amount of air, boom, I have instant response on low pedals. You can take this all the way down. You can take this high as well. I don't know if I can do this. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, a little flat on the first one. But you get the idea. That G was actually very easy to just pop out with very little effort. Just try a couple of them with that combined attack, and then I play it, and that's it. So if you've kind of gotten away from air and valves, or you're not really familiar with it, just try adding in that little bit of P attack as well. I know I've talked about P attacks before. I'm just combining them with a bunch of other things, and I think this is a good way to get kind of a tension-free way to start notes that you're not confident in. That's all I got. Bye-bye.